Every day the kids walk into the building and we know they all have phones, they have devices, their entire world revolves around technology these days. So we've really tried to embrace it in the classroom. We have teachers on Twitter, we have teachers using apps that they can post assignments for the students and announcements. We have so many possibilities now because they walk around with these little computers in their hands and we use it daily with them. The students are allowed to have their devices in the classroom if the teachers okay it. So many of us use it as little research tools for them. The new smartboard features allow them to be able to post answers to the board, which is really pretty neat.
At the younger grades, K1 and 2, kindergarten specifically has the iPads. Grades 1 and 2 typically use our district-purchased online programs. Digital resources for the students are very important at such a young age because they're very capable and ready to use the technology that's offered to them. And it's up to us to foster that learning and help them develop the skills in a proper way. So creating a digital citizen, using the online resources correctly.
We like to use the iPads in this classroom because one of the best things is that the kids are completely engaged. One of the other nice things is that the iPad gives you automatic feedback. So you don't have somebody learning a skill like a sight word and spelling it wrong on a pocket chart while you're helping someone else. If they spell it wrong on the iPad, it's corrected immediately and then the children know what they need to do. They catch on to it in the first 2 minutes that they have it in front of them. It's very easy for them. It makes them very independent. What it does is it allows the teacher some time to maybe work one-on-one with a child to the side and know that the other students are doing something educational. And some of the apps you can use, they'll actually track progress for the children. So rather than doing another sort of assessment or test, you can look at the app and see exactly what they know and what they don't know.
At the upper grades, like 5th grade, for example, we're using more of the Google Classroom, where the students collaborate on group projects. The Google Classroom changes the way the group project used to be. So they sign on to their Google account through the district, and they are allowed to collaborate at the same time, work on the same document, work on the same presentation, but in the comfort of their own home. So they no longer have to be driven anywhere. They can do the work together, do the research. There's a lot of research at the 4th and 5th grade level that they can do at home online, and then they can collaborate and come in and present a project that they did at their own houses. There's also tests that the teacher can create and send home. They can answer the questions, it grades it for you, and it sends the feedback.
This year we're part of a district-wide pilot program using the Chromebooks in class. We started out at the high school, and I speak to the middle school here. We have 5 teachers here, basically cross-curriculum, including social studies, science, health. We're trying to get the Chromebooks in everybody's hands, 6th, 7th, hopefully 8th grade this year. Having a Chromebook in front of you, you can access hundreds of apps. You can go and create a presentation, you can create a slide. Students are able to collaborate, not only sitting next to each other, but a student can sit at the front of the class and another student sitting in the back of the class, and they can both work on a project together with the Chromebook. The sharing feature is also great, where students can share with each other, comment on their work, and share with their teacher. And in terms of stuff that students have, and middle school students have a lot of stuff, they just have one Chromebook now.
My classes, we do animated stories using flip cameras and filming iMovie. We have robotics. We do computer-aided drafting. So we are relatively heavy into the high technology end of things. So we got the 3D printers, and we take the 8th graders, started with designing their own keychains. They then design on Google SketchUp. We then import it into the 3D printing software, and we then actually print out the keychain. So they get the keychain when they're done. They love it. They read about it, they hear about it, they've seen on the internet, they've seen examples of making different types of parts, possibly for the future with human body parts. So it's the current technology, they're thrilled with it.
It's fun. Yeah, it's neat how, in a matter of 20 minutes, a little machine can make such a creative thing out of glue and heat and plastic.
So this past year we lost a lot of time due to the snow days. So we were able to communicate with the students during those snow days. Some teachers tweeted out the assignments. Some have used apps in order to have assignments posted for the students, and the students can post back. They can even pose questions. So many of us also have our assignments just digitized. So we were even able to email the assignments home for those snow days so that they really didn't miss much time. A flipped classroom is when the teacher doesn't necessarily lecture in class. So I flipped the last couple of years. The last 2 years I flipped. And what I do is I actually tape my videos for my lectures. The students watch the videos for homework, for the notes, and then they come in with background information for the class. So instead of me lecturing to them, they've already watched the lecture at home and they come in with that background knowledge to be able to now apply it, ask questions, do practice problems, and we can actually move much faster in the class. We have more time for group work, we have more time for lab work and projects.
The teacher's role has changed a little bit in the fact that we have to let go of a little bit of control and allow the students to lead their learning, because there are so many resources out there online, and we have to kind of foster that learning and allow them to experience what's online in a safe environment.
Today, technology is really endless. The kids have answers at their fingertips on a regular basis. They can communicate with us from anywhere, do assignments anywhere they want. In the future, I really see teaching changing in a drastic way, because I see the students having access to the information and us being really a true facilitator for that information and really helping them to get a grasp of everything that they've been able to gather. I see the face-to-face classroom still always being necessary because the students don't really know always how to interpret that information and how to use it in a meaningful way. It's just that the way we deliver all of that information to them is changing day by day. You can't even say it'll be the same next year.